Have you ever thought everyone follows the helmet use rules made by the government? Imagine when you are driving or walking on the street, then you see all of people using helmets while driving the motorcycle. Imagine when the rules is followed by everyone, it would be a very good view than what people are still doing today, right? It is a good idea when people start to be aware about their safety, not only for their safety, but also for other people in the environment, in the street, when we don't know, when we have an accident on the road, on the highway. So, talking about the helmet use, do you know that helmets that to be used in driving must have an Indonesian national standard helmets and must comply with the right rules? In Indonesia, especially in Ambon City, I see that there are still many people who didn't care. They don't aware about these regulations, about the rules of helmet use. When they use the helmet, but they don't use the SNA helmets. This is the problem, and as a result of this case, many traffic accidents occur, which pose a risk of trauma and also the head injury. So, according to the Rita Park, a study conducted by a group of international medical researchers based in the United States and also Israel in in March 2021, they analyzed the data of the patients of they analyzed the collected data of patients involved in the motorized accident between June 2002 and December 2013. They said that the motorcycle accident causes by 40% of the trauma of patients. By the total of 37,086 patients who were admitted to the trauma register during the period 2002 to 2013, at least 166 or 2.9% of part of these patients, they had the experience of a motorcycle accident. So the patients who had been accident, they also have a trauma of an accident before that. So meanwhile, there are 571 patients had at least one serious injury to an accident. In addition, 67.1% of patients with extreme injuries, they didn't use helmets while driving. So, based on this data, we can see how important of using helmets, right? When people start to not to don't didn't aware about the using helmets, especially of SNI helmets, it will be there will be effect to them, such as trauma by the accident, right? Trauma and also a head injury. And also, using helmet is a will give a personal safety to themselves. And the aims of using helmet, especially to the SNA helmets, is to reduce the risk of death of the head injury uh, to the for the personal safety, right? When an accident occurs in the highway to the about this, government has set the rules about the helmet use. As previously quoted by Department of Transportation Yogyakarta, they said that the the use of the SNA helmets has been regulated in Law Number 22 of 2019, paragraph 8 states that everyone who drives a motorcycle and also the motorcycle passengers must use the helmet that meets national Indonesian national standard. Therefore, we can conclude that the lack of public awareness about the helmet use, especially in Ambon City, is still quite a lot. The risk of injury, especially to the head area, will also increase the risk of death for the victim, so that people asked to use SNA helmets in accordance with what has been recommended by the government and in appropriate way, so that the death risk level of injury to the head area because of the motorized accident can be minimized. Thank you.